What's up, guys? With the garage being finished, I want to share with you my experience with the Rustoleum rock solid. My dad and I are going to go ahead and complete this entire job ourselves over the course of this 1,000 square feet. So go ahead and follow along with us today. We'll show you exactly how it works out for us. Now, I've seen a ton of videos online with people using the rock solid, and obviously for us, I think it's going to be easiest to do it now because this is brand new concrete. It's just a little dirty from sitting out in the sun over the last 2 months while I was waiting for the garage to get prepared and built. But we figure it's better to do it now. That way, with cleaning it, all we gotta do is clean off some of the dirt. We're gonna sweep it real quick, then we're gonna spray it down and sweep out all of the water and the dirt. Then the kit comes with the acid etching. We'll do that, and then of course we'll apply the coating last. Today our goal is just to get the garage cleaned out and the acid etching done, so it shouldn't take us too long, maybe a couple of hours, and that's the goal. And then tomorrow we're going to knock out the coating. That way you're supposed to let it have ample time to dry completely before you apply the coating. There, I just finished squeegeeing this portion. Huh? But I wouldn't doubt it. My dad's saying it would probably have been a lot more expensive, obviously, if we had someone else do it. I think the same. The materials we spent, bought those 2 push brooms. I bought 2 of these squeegees, which I'll probably return one. These are about $25 each. Those push brooms, I think, were about 20. Those packs of rock solid, they sell them at Lowe's for $214 per kit. The kit says it covers from 400 to 500 square feet. I went ahead and got 3. And what I also did, Lowe's price matches, so I looked online and Walmart had them for sale for $198.30. So I saved about $15.70. So I saved about $45 on the 3 packs. And I got 3 because even at the smallest amount, at 400, I would be able to cover 1,200 square feet. So we should have ample for the garage in here. So we're gonna finish squeegeeing this. He's just getting all the dirt out, and then after that, we're gonna work on the etching. Now we're gonna work on etching the concrete. So it says each of these packets covers about 200 to 250 square feet. You mix it in a 2-gallon watering can. So we're going to use 1 packet for this section right here. This is essentially a quarter of the garage because it's separated into 8 sections. So there's 2 here, 2 there, 2 that my dad's standing in, and the last 2. So we figure we can use those packets to cover at least 2 or 3 of them to do this area. The last 2 or 3 to there. But we're supposed to do 10 by 10 sections at a time, so we're just going to work on this first section. Get it wet, spray it on, rub it in, let it do its thing, and then we're going to squeegee it off. And we're going to move section to section and knock all those out. Now there's a bunch of precautions when using this, so make sure you're using the protective gear if you're uncomfortable in the area you're working on. Obviously, like some glasses, gloves, and whatnot. Now we're gonna move on to this other section, and then we're gonna complete the entire garage. I don't know if you could tell in that last video when I was shooting it from a distance, after the acid had been left on there for a couple minutes, when I was squeegeeing it off, you could see how dirty the water looked again. So when I'm doing this one, I'll show it to you so you can see all the remnants it picked up. You guys, what I was talking about, see how dirty it is? You can see in the water there, I guess the residual stuff that it picked up also. After we finish the first section, you can kind of see how it has like a grainier finish and just the texture overall. I don't know if you can really capture it on camera, but it looks a lot different compared to one of the smooth sections that we haven't done yet. So I think hopefully we did it correctly. I'm imagining we did. It's already clean concrete. It couldn't have been that difficult. So we're gonna finish off. Do second section. We're gonna do the last section over here. And that way we'll do this one last so we can just kind of walk out, close the garage doors, and tomorrow we're gonna get out here and coat it after it's had a night to completely dry. And here we are done for the day. We finished up etching all 4 sections. Then after that, we went ahead and sprayed it all down and we squeegeed every single portion again, just to create, to clean up any remaining etch, any kind of dirt and debris that might still be in here. So all we're gonna do now is lock it up, and we're actually gonna wait 2 days, let everything dry fully. And then 2 mornings from now, we're gonna get out here, tape up all the edges, and then we're gonna start laying down the finish on it. 2 days later, early morning. Unfortunately, the day we were doing the etching and everything, it rained that night pretty heavily. So at the base of the garage doors, obviously there's a layer of dust and dirt from the yard. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sweep the entire garage one more time to get it completely clean, to get it ready for taping and the coating. Finished taping it up. Now what we did, my dad's marking it off right here. We already measured. So we have 50 feet minus, of course, the 4 inches for the 2 metal beams on the bottom. But the 50 divided by 3 comes out about like 16 and 7 inches, roughly. So we have 3 kits of the rock solid. There's 2 bags in each. This obviously separates the 10 feet, 10 on each side. So what we did, we measured over about 16 feet, 7 inches, and you'll see, put a little mark right here, a couple dashes across the cement. So we're basically gonna use 1 bag per section. So we have 6 bags. We got 1, 2, we'll probably work on 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do the corners. And the very last middle section is the one we'll finish at the very end so we can kind of work on it as we step out of the garage and let it dry completely. So we're gonna work on this corner section first. We're gonna do the edging with the little 3-inch brushes, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply the remainder of that bag over the entire section. And we have two rollers that we're gonna go ahead and knock it out so we can take care of each section together. When you pop open a bag, it says you have 45 minutes to apply it, so that's more than enough time. I think we'll probably knock out this section in like 10-15 minutes by just doing the rollers alone. So we got the product mixed together. We're gonna go ahead and snip a corner like it says. We're gonna start on this section. I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera down, and we're gonna just do a hyperlapse of us completing this entire section. finished off that first section and...
For the next one?
Yeah. We finished off that first section and it seemed like we had just enough. It's relatively thick, which is what we wanted. And it went on relatively easily. It only took us maybe like 15 minutes to apply it to this entire section. We're gonna go ahead and work on this last one now. Now we're just gonna finish off the entire garage. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all that video, it's just a waste of time. We're gonna knock out these last few sections and just get a final look when we're done. And there it is, we completely finished the entire garage. Took us about, what, an hour and a half? Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to do all of it, taking a little break in between. That method of using one bag per section seemed to work really well, kind of leveling it out. I'm curious how it's gonna dry. Now you can see right here how, I don't know if it's gonna leave like textured or it's gonna be smooth. Kind of looks like it might have a weird finish. Regardless, as long as it protects and does its job, that's what I'm mainly concerned about. And here's why you can see it's drying up there. But right now it looks fantastic with the dark gray. I like the way that it came out. So we're gonna let that dry up over the next couple of days. I will get out here tomorrow and get a little bit of footage. I wanna see what it looks like. I can see it already. Let me see if you can zoom in. See how there's like those little spots where it's drying? So maybe that's just the way it's gonna all dry up and have like almost like a grainy finish throughout, which would be fine. So we'll just check it out when we're out here in a couple days, guys. And here it is exactly 1 full week later. It's now Friday afternoon. 7 days completely. We didn't try stepping on it in advance or put any vehicles on it. I don't know if you guys can see in the video, it's a little bit dusty in certain areas. But the finish, it actually dried exactly like it looked in the video earlier when it was wet. See all these little, I don't know what they are. It looks like it's part of the fiber from the cement when we did the etching. That's what my dad and I were thinking it looks like, because when we did the etching on the cement, you can see the fibers from the cement lifted, but they're not that big. You can feel them with your hand, but like when I have my knee on them, it doesn't bother you one bit. I was actually testing it just a moment ago, crawling around so that way if I'm on the floor working on a car. But other than that, it came out great. Those areas that I mentioned, there's some that have a little bit, it dried a little differently, but I still think it's coated relatively well. Maybe we just didn't get it finished as well there, put enough coating on it. But I think it's gonna serve its purpose really well. Looks nice, we love the way it looks. I think it'll be easy to clean. Could just get some mops in here, maybe even the hose, and then just wash it all down. But it should be pretty high traffic anyways with me keeping my cars in here and doing a lot of work in this area. But that'll be it, guys. Hope you liked it. I'll give you an update on this video maybe like in 6 months to a year. I'll just leave it in the comment section, kind of show you how it's holding up for me. And if you're curious on what I paid, these kits were about $200 each, and with the supplies, I only spent about $700 total. And how long do you think we took? Maybe like 8 hours work?
Yes.
Yeah, my dad thinks we probably did it like 4 hours the first day when we did the cleaning and etching, and then applying the coating only took like another 4 hours. So yeah, maybe out a full day's work if you wanted to attempt this yourself. I imagine on a regular 2-car garage, you could probably finish it easily in 1 day. We did 1,000 square feet, so it's quite larger than a regular garage. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.